Почитувани, добар ден. Гостин во неделното интервју на Радио Слободна Европа е представникот на Високиот комесаријат за бегалци на Обединетите нации, господинот Мохамед Ариф. Господине Ариф, оценивте дека 3000 мигранти и бегалци дневно ќе минуваат низ Македонија. Каква е вашата оценка? Дали земјата е подготвена за да се справи со таква ситуација?
As we see now, the number of refugees and migrants coming to this country is on the increase, and it started from a very small number, and slowly it gathered momentum, and today we are reaching. Yesterday we had about 4,800 people in 24 hours coming to this country from through its southern border, and on average what we see now lately about 3,000 to 4,000 people are crossing to this country and then going through this country through its northern borders to Serbia. So the number is increasing, and we together with the government are also trying to see that we put up conditions which are humane and dignified for refugees and migrants coming here for their stay in this country.
Со оглед на тоа што ни предстои зимата, колку земјата е подготвена за да се справи со овој проблем?
Well, that's a very interesting question, and that is what the question that we are also asking and we are thinking about, because so far when I look at it, we are not ready for a bigger number, and we are discussing this with the government also, and as we talk now, we have our two experts that have come from our headquarters. At the moment they are having a workshop in Skopje with where the government colleagues, the partners, the other UN in the country are sitting together and discussing as what could be the possible scenarios that possibly could come up in the days to come, especially when we think of winter, which is not too far from now. We are in September today, and so after a month and a half, I think the winter season should start. So we are thinking, the discussion is going on as what should be done and how the government should be prepared, and with the help of the UN and other stakeholders to be ready to answer or respond to any eventuality that could be much bigger and more serious in its nature as compared to what we have seen so far.
Какви се проценките на УНХЦР околу развојот на мигрантската криза во земјава?
Well, it is very difficult to estimate at this particular juncture as to how many would come. So far, if we see when the amendments to the law was passed on 18th June, the number is dramatically increased, and so far the ones that have been registered, I would say have gone up to 55,000 from June, 19th June up until today. So that is June, July, so almost 2.5 months has gone to 55,000. And as we see now, the number is, instead of going down, is going up. And also these are the assessments are that the flow will continue in winter also. Now how that is going to be, it has to be seen, it will be seen, but the estimates are that the way things are today, this is going to continue, and this is going to continue for quite some time to come. So it is important for the government and us together to be ready and to be prepared for handling the situation as it may come.
Владата со прогласувањето на кризната состојба создаде тензија на границата со употребата на шок бомбите. За подоцна да покаже дека може да се организира и да овозможи непречен транзит на мигрантите од едната до другата граница. Како ги оценувате ваквите чекори на владата?
First of all, I really don't know why that step became necessary for the government to take, but they may have their own logics and own reasons. But that, looking at the waves of people, looking at the number of people, looking at the scale of movement, it would not be easy to contain it, to block it, because if there is a blockage and there is containment, it will definitely cause a lot of suffering, a lot of miseries. And these people, 85% of these people are coming from Syria or the other refugee producing country. This is why we as UNHCR call it refugees and migration issue. It's not only migration issue now, it's a refugees and migration because there are migrants in there. Now, they are coming from countries where look at Syria, the situation in Syria, and how these people have been living for the last 4 or 5 years. They have reached to the end of their suffering. They've suffered so much. And then if you contain them and if you try to block them in that way, it will cause human miseries and a lot of suffering. And it's not young people now. It's a woman, it's children, it's elderly, it's sick people, it is they're handicapped people. There are women, many women who are pregnant, and they are also in the groups, and they're also in those traveling. Now, if we try to push them, if there is a, as I said, blockage or a containment, it will cost a lot of suffering to those people. So I really don't think why that step became necessary for the government, but I think the government also realized it, that this is not the right way of doing it, and then they quickly moved with a new site, and the new site was given, and then and the army and the military, they also came preparing the site and prepared the site with the UN, with the UNHCR, with other partners, and they are giving a very good helping hand. And I must say that the Ministry of Defense with its military also, I think they came to help us, to help the situation, and the government realized this, that the only way to handle this is in a dignified way, in a human way, and that is what is being done now.
Што уште треба да направи Македонија за да се справи со бранот мигранти кои транзитираат низ земјата?
First of all, the government here should, with us, should prepare a plan and think that if things go wrong, if the problem gets bigger or the number gets double or triple, how are we going to handle that? Secondly, if hope it will not happen, if borders start closing and you have people stuck up, how are we going to deal with it? 2. Number 3, the winter is coming. If things go wrong, are we ready for that, to handle it? These are the basic 3 questions that I would like to put, and we have been putting these questions, that we must be ready. We must prepare from now, but not from now. We should have prepared from before. For any eventuality, if something goes wrong and you have people stuck up, you have a pressure from the border and you get a bigger number, are we able, is the government able, are we able to take care of a bigger challenge if it comes? So we should have a good plan, and we should have a plan of action as if something happens, how to activate that plan. I think that will be a very good way of moving forward, so that we don't feel ourselves, as I said, caught up in a surprise or by a surprise, which will not be a good way of doing business. For me, I would say it will not be a good way of doing things. So we need to really be proactive and think much in advance. We should have a vision if things go wrong, how the government, we with the government, are going to respond.
Ви благодарам за разговорот.
It's my pleasure.
Вам, почитувани, ви благодарам што го следевте неделното интервју на Радио Слободна Европа. До гледање.